All right, I've had some questions about what it is exactly I'm working on. So, for those not familiar with a milling machine, this is the table that your vise or you would clamp your work to. This table moves left and right. On the left-hand side of the table, there's also a drain. If you had like coolant running, so it'll drain out here into a bucket, whatever. My original problem was two things. The knee on the mill would not elevate when I turn the crank. It's acting like it's jumping the tooth or maybe the screw in the knee that raises and lowers it stripped out. I'm not entirely sure. That was the first issue. My second issue was this saddle that moves in and out in this direction from the column of the milling machine. I could never get it to lock to stop it from moving in and out as you're working. The lock would tighten up, but that was about it. So what I did first was I took this table off the knee, and the table rides in this space in between here and here, and there's what's called a tapered gib that sits in the saddle like such. And if you notice, it's narrow here and wide up here. And as your table wears, as it's sliding in and out of the saddle here, you can adjust this gib in by going that way to take up the slack in the wear. This hole here is where there is a clamp set up to clamp the table into the saddle from moving left to right. I noticed the table was stiff when trying to move the table left to right by hand, and this was not what I was expecting to find when I pulled the table out of the saddle. This here, this divot, and it's also split, and it's also swelled up actually. So that needs to be remade. There's another gib that goes in here. That's fine. The gib is fine. What I found was my clamp that goes here threads into this hole. The adjusting screw on it was stripped slap out. So I'm just going to get a simple Allen head cap screw, left hand thread, and put it in here for my lock. That'll fix that. Once I make a new tapered gib here, I'll be able to go back together with this for the most part. Something I'm questioning is this gear actually rides in here like such. That's part of my power feed for the table. But everything's was covered in grease like that, basically. It's like machine grease, and I don't believe the oiling system on this knee uses machine grease, and I'm not getting lubrication everywhere where I'm supposed to. Real quickly, I'll show you. So that saddle sits on here, and the saddle goes in and out. There's a hand crank here with a screw in here. So I have to put that back together. This is okay here. I'm going to clean this out and get that straightened out. That's it, basically.